fun. Welcome. My name is Leanne Lyon, and I'm excited to have you here today to look at the now.site business presentation. What does that mean? It means that I'm going to walk through what now.site does and how it helps your business. This is not a recruiting meeting. This is nothing other than, hey, we've got an amazing product here that can totally revolutionize how you do marketing in your business, and I'd like to show it to you. So that's what we're going to do. As you're probably aware, ignoring online marketing today is kind of like opening a business and not telling anyone at all. Who would do that? Actually, a surprising number of people do that. So how does that work out? Usually not very well. Google reports that over 90% of consumers go online to research offline purchases before they buy. They want to check things out. They want to know about the owner of a business or how long they've been there or the address or something. And yet sometimes that information isn't accurate. And 80% of consumers will lose trust in a business when the information found online isn't accurate or isn't available. Google, by the way, usually does have something on most, at least brick and mortar businesses, but if the website isn't attached, people get frustrated too, like, well, there's no website here. How do I connect with them? So if you don't have a Google account, get one and connect your websites by all means. This won't do that, but it will give you that website that you need to connect and have a presence online. This is what really amazes me. 99% of independent business owners do not have a professional online marketing presence. That's not to say that they're not doing anything online. They are trying to do something online, but they often just don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then they run out of time because they've got clients walking in the door and this and that, and maybe it's just not what they like to do. I think that happens a lot in business. I know it happened to me even, where I'm like, you know what, I know I need to get this stuff done, but it's not really what I enjoy. So I'll do that in an hour or tomorrow or next week. And then before you know it, it's been a year and you haven't done things. That's very common with marketing. Marketing is one of those things that people say, well, I don't really understand marketing. I don't really know how do I benefit from marketing? So I'm going to explore that today. We're going to talk a little bit about the difference between sales and marketing and why that 99% of business owners do need it. So who are they, by the way? They're anybody from, anybody that uses a replicated website. That includes a lot of insurance people, insurance sometimes, real estate people, network marketing people, where they're using another company's website as their own, but it's not really their own. They don't really have control over the types of people that they're attracting or what's being said on the website. The other portion of these 99% are those brick and mortar independent. I have a business idea. They start up, but they just, they talk to somebody about a website and they're like, yeah, it's, $15,000. We'll build out this beautiful website. $15,000, you can buy a car. So, they don't do it. That happens a lot too. Another group in this 99% are the independent people. I'm looking out my window because I work from home and thinking, what if my neighbor started up a handyman business or something like this? Would they think to get themselves online, or how long would it take? A lot of home-based businesses don't think necessarily of doing marketing. Well, we can change that. And actually this gentleman right here, that's his mission. 𝐍𝐸 𝙤𝙬𝙬 is the founder and CEO of now.site. He graduated magna cum laude in economics from Harvard University. So the guy's kind of wickedly smart, basically. He founded a medical software company, took that public. He was named Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I think he also was announced as like the under 40, to watch kind of crowd. I'm sure he was. Founded a chain of 100 virtual health clinics. That was sold in 2016. I think he, probably has a bit of cha-ching. And so he decided, what could he do to make a difference in the world? He decided to found what is now now.site. It had a different name initially. It was rebranded this past summer, actually, to become now.site. In 2017 is when it started, so we're now going into our 4th year. And the goal is to build a world-class company, but not just any world-class company, a world-class company that will help these people. These people, the mompreneurs, the small business owners, the solopreneurs, the partnerships, the handyman on the street, the realtor who, you know what? Every few years, and it's getting to be a shorter and shorter period of time, people change jobs. I hear that that's actually true. And realtors change brokers, and people move locations, and people go from being self-employed to employed. But you may still have your thing that you're doing, and you want to bring those people with you. Well, this is one way that you can do that, even if you're moving positions or moving companies. So this whole system is designed for these people who, by the way, often don't have a lot of extra time and money, because they're so busy getting their thing off the ground. They just don't have a lot of extra time to learn stuff that maybe isn't their thing in the first place. If you're a physical therapist, really, how much do you know about building websites and email campaigns? If you are a realtor, really, how much extra time do you have these days in a crazy market like this? But you also know that this market is going to change someday, maybe not this year, but someday it is. And having that marketing going and having that engine of people that know you and trust you is going to be paramount at that point. So that needs to get built up now, but they don't have the time to do it. Network marketers, they may have the time, but they don't have the money oftentimes. A lot of people that start out in network marketing, everybody starts in network marketing because they're going to make it big. They're going to do really well, and they probably can. But initially, the money part of it can be a real stretch. So we make it a little bit easier with this program, as you'll see as we continue. One thing that most small businesses focus on is sales. We do sales because, well, we have a rent that's due, a mortgage that's due, a car payment that's due, a kid that's going to college, or whatever. We have needs. So we do sales so we can get money today. Bigger companies focus more on branding and marketing. So there's one clue. The difference between sales and marketing is what you're looking at for today and what you're looking at for the long term. Because we don't just want sales today, we do want sales tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And that's the difference between sales and marketing. So how do you help create the future sales while doing sales today? Because you still want to do sales today. That makes sense. Well, the biggest thing is making sure that you have a really, really good, solid base of customers, because you know that the more contacts you have, that will lead to the more customers. By keeping in touch with more people, you'll have more opportunity to market and eventually to have sales with the people. Not when you're ready, but when they're ready. Because people love to buy, they hate to be sold. Wow, we've covered a lot already, but think about this. There has been this thing happening in the last decade or so called social media. And everybody says, oh, great, social media, that levels the playing field. Everybody can do that. Everybody has their phone, and you just got to jump on. Where is my phone? Everybody's got a phone. You can just jump online and do something real quick. Sure, if you know how to do it. And that's where we get to here. We don't do it. Why? Time, money, okay, complexity, learning curve. I sat in on a webinar recently, and they're talking about how to do Facebook ads. Fabulous. It took 45 minutes to explain how to get a Facebook ad published. Now, granted, he was going into a lot of detail. It doesn't actually take 45 minutes to publish a Facebook ad. But if you even have to sit through something on how to publish a Facebook ad for 45 minutes, you might be inclined to, do something else that you enjoy or that you have to get done for your business, even though that might be something you should get done. So this is a great idea, but it's really not that easy to implement. So let's talk about what is marketing. What do you need to do to market? Well, here's the list. Nice and easy. All you have to do is have online ads, retargeting ads, do some SEO, have a website, do email, newsletters, blogging, content marketing, database, and analytics. Done, right? Sure. Let's just go back to this. It's not that easy. In fact, for a lot of people, it gets hard. And then we wonder why we're not getting the sales and success that we really want. So I'm going to break this down. Let's make it a little easier. We need to attract prospects. The way you do that is you have ads, online ads, retargeting ads, and SEO stands for search engine optimization. That's what helps bring your website or your, quite frankly, even your ads and stuff to where people can find them, okay? Then you need to communicate with your people. You need to have a website that's up to date, that's sharing what you're doing now, that has your correct hours, your correct location, all this kind of stuff. You want to email people. Email, love, hate. I had a meeting this morning. Somebody's like, what's your email? I'm like, what if I told you I don't have one? Like, can you just text me? Can you just message me? And, you know, that's just, for me, a better way to communicate. So text messaging is another form of communication. It's not even in this list, but it is something that we offer through this program. Newsletters, again, is another way that we help to connect with people, let them know what's going on. And it's a way of giving to people and not just asking for, hey, can you buy something? Can you buy something? Can you buy something? Blogging, another form of showing your expertise, showing what you know, letting people relate to you and know that you have a common interest. That's what blogging can be, as well as showing your own expertise. And content marketing is more about the same idea. You know, how do you connect with other people? Show them that you're the person for them because you share common interests. That takes a lot of time sometimes to find that content. And again, time and money are the two things that 99% of independent business owners don't usually have a lot of. Tracking and measuring, the database, the analytics, that's not my thing. Honestly, it's not, but I know it's important. And at least when I want to go back and look for it, I can. So I'm going to break down a little bit about how we do this. Let's start with retargeting ads. Retargeting ads, you probably do know when you look at something online, you will see that thing multiple times over the next couple hours, days, and even weeks. That's retargeting. They've seen that you looked at it for more than 3 seconds before. They're going to make sure you have the chance to see it again, because really a lot of people don't click the first time they see something, but they will click the 3rd or the 7th or the 10th time. So they leave your site, they come back. They leave your site, they come back, and eventually they see your ad, they click on it, and they return to your site. I was, before this started, going through my retargeting ads. I get 20 and up to 30% click-throughs eventually from the people that are getting to my ads through the retargeting program. By the way, how do you set up retargeting if you don't have NOW.site? I have no idea. I've never done it. I've never been able to, like, nobody's ever called me and said, I would like to do your retargeting campaign for you. I suspect it's possible. I think it might be through Google, but I don't have the time or money to really figure it out, and I never did. I'm thrilled that this is included with this package because now I don't have to think about it. How about online ads? This is an additional part to NOW.site, so it's a little extra, but it's worth covering really quickly. Let's say you have, I don't know, a physical therapy location, and you want to draw people within a range of area. Now, you know, you could help people that live in California or New York, but you're probably not going to. Most of your clients are going to come within a certain radius. So you can set up an ad. You give a headline, a short headline, a little bit of text, a couple photos, and then you can actually target exactly the radius and location that you want to reach around your facility. Not only that, but you can be even more specific. Let's say you really like working with the 20 to 35-year-olds. Let's say that's your thing, because you know that, you know, if you can make a difference when they're younger, they're going to have a better older age. Or maybe you really like working with that older age group because maybe they're longer term customers because they've already done all the damage that you're trying to reverse. Whatever it is, you can actually pick and choose your age groups. You can choose if you work better with men or women if you want to. You can choose interests that they're into. Let's say you've developed this really cool technique that really seems to help people that are swimmers or golfers or tennis players or maybe all of the above. You could put those interests in here. Maybe you don't like dealing with sports injuries and you want to deal with something else. You could put interests that would attract those people right into here, and it will target those people. You can even set up your ad schedule for when those people will see it. Maybe 2 o'clock in the morning when they can't sleep would be a great time for your ad to be showing up. There's lots of customization that can be done for your ad, but this entire thing, everything that was done like right here, you only have to do it once, and yet when you hit go, it shows up everywhere. It shows up on iPhones and Androids and tablets and desktops, and even better, it can show up on any of our million different notification network partners. You don't have to learn how to do it on Facebook and Twitter. And oh, by the way, maybe Forbes is where your target market really hangs out. How do you put an ad on Forbes? I don't know. At least I can figure out Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter because they're begging me to advertise there all the time. But let's do some math. If I do $5 on Facebook every day for a month, that's $150. And how many people will I reach? You know, they do a really good job of analytics and tracking through Facebook, but what about all these other places that my target market could be? So now with the one ad that you create in our system, the retargeting ad, it can go out in the online ads, it can go out to all of these different areas, which is pretty awesome. So what happens when they click on the ad, they actually go into your landing page or website. So here we go. This is a website put together by a realtor, an EXP realtor, which is awesome. And he has this beautiful home that this young woman has clicked on his ad. She sees the website and there it is. Hey, fill out this form. I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to show you this gorgeous home. So she fills out the ad, the form, name, phone number, email, and boom, she's now in his CRM. The CRM is part of the system. Remember, that was one of the things you have to have for marketing, because now he can connect with her. And more importantly, with email campaigns, he's going to be able to help build a relationship, win her trust. And when she's ready to buy a house, which might not be today, or it might be today, he'll win a customer. So all of this happens automatically. He could be washing the dog when she's scrolling through Facebook saying, "Ooh, that's a pretty house. Oh, sure, I'll enter that information," ending up in his CRM and getting an email before he's finished, you know, washing the dog or taking a walk or playing with his kids or whatever. It's all on automation. She's getting an email maybe that says, "Hey, when can I show you this house?" And she picks from his calendar, like, "Hey, I'm this date and time will look good." And now he gets a text message maybe from his calendar app that is separate and says, "Hey, you've got an appointment." Boom, he's out the door. It can work that smooth. So we covered a lot of things already: websites, email marketing, ads, and then of course we want to blog and we want to do some social posting. That's also integrated into this system. You don't have to go find stuff because artificial intelligence does it for you. How awesome is that? So instead of spending time, and I used to do this when I had a manufacturing company, I would block a couple of hours a week to go out and search the internet for great articles that would attract my people and that would relate to what I was doing. And I really didn't like doing it. I really didn't. I had so many other things I'd rather be doing, like teaching or training or speaking, not researching like that. So the AI goes out and it finds relevant and popular articles, videos, or even just attractive memes that relate to your specific audience. So if you've said, hey, I'm a physical therapist and I want to specialize in this type of person that likes these kind of things, the AI will go out and find those things. If you had a travel company, let's say, it would go out and find it. So one of our members here has a travel company called Living My Bucket List. So this is a suggested post for her now.site Living My Bucket List website. It's a post about, let's see if I can read this. Here's your holiday photos, could whatever, something or other. So you see this picture of this woman taking a photo, and it's a suggested post for her. She's like, yeah, that looks great. I'm going to post this. She clicks on the word post, and boom, this pops up. It asks her, would you like to add this content to your website's blog? Okay, remember, AI found the content. She says yes, and in the snap of a finger, it's done. It's attached to her blog on her now.site website instantly. See this photo? Same photo. And this is on her blog. Done. So that's AI at work. Finds the content. When you say to put it on your blog, it posts on your blog. And now you look like a rock star because look at all this travel stuff that you have on your blog. By the way, this is also SEO, the search engine optimization. Every one of these websites you see here is connecting out to other websites somewhere in the world, websites that are highly trafficked, that people enjoy these articles. And when Google comes around and finds your website and that you're connected to all these other great websites, that boosts SEO. So in one snap of a finger, we've done SEO, blog, and content marketing, and literally it just happened in a moment. The next thing that happens is a pop-up says, where do you want to post this? Do you want to put this on Facebook? Do you want to put it on a Facebook business page? Do you want to put it on LinkedIn? Do you want to put it on Twitter? And now through the phone app, you can actually put it onto Instagram as well. So you choose where you want to put this, and then hit post. In another minute or two, maybe at most, you can have this posted onto your social media. Boom, done. We're up to, let's say that took 2 minutes. We're up to one snap, 2 minutes, and then the third thing pops up, which is right here. Would you like to email this content to your followers, the people who've already connected with you? Would you like them to see this amazing content that artificial intelligence found for you and that you posted to your blog? You say yes, maybe not every day, but at least occasionally, right? You say yes, and in the snap of a finger, it's sent out. Whether you've got 2 followers or 200 followers, that email goes out to all of them, customized if you set it up with their name to say, hey, I thought you might find this article interesting. That is marketing. That is saying, I'm thinking of you, not buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. And when people know that they're thought of and that you relate to them with something that they love, they're going to keep you in mind as well when they're ready to buy. Difference between sales and marketing. There is one final step now that we're all of 2 minutes into your marketing for the day. You want to build your audience. They encourage you, spend 3 more minutes jumping out there, make some friends, comment on they actually have a countdown timer. So you can say, look, I can do anything for 3 minutes. Do your 3 minutes of social marketing and then you're done. Your 5 minutes of marketing for the day is done. And yet you've maybe posted on up to 4, maybe even more social media sites and boosted your website with SEO and done an addition to your blog. It's all pretty cool. So normally, this is what you have to do all of that. You maybe have to have a subscription to Hootsuite and ClickFunnels and Blogger and MailChimp and WordPress and all this kind of stuff. And this is true. Last summer, before I found now.site, I was spending in the hundreds of dollars, not the thousands, but I know people who do, and I may have been one of them in the past. Thousands of dollars per month to get this stuff. And then we go back to that complexity, that time, the learning curve. The CRM was over $800 a month. And it had a 3-month learning curve just to get started, and I wasn't even an expert by that point. $500 is a car payment, a nice car payment. And $2,500, That's a good sized mortgage. So really, why are we putting this into our businesses and feeding all of these businesses with stuff that we can't even do or understand ourselves, and maybe even have to pay another employee to run for us? As independent business owners, wait, wouldn't it be nice to have a simple system that's all in one? And that's what now.site is. That's what 𝐍𝐸 said. I can make this happen, and I can make it happen for all independent business owners at an affordable price. How affordable? Really affordable. I replaced hundreds of dollars of stuff up here with an $87 package here. And no, I'm not going to try to tell you should do the you shouldn't do the $327 package, because the difference between the 87 and the 327 is how many websites and you can have AI working on for you. Well, how many do you need? $87 covers 3 campaigns. Start there. If you decide that you have so many businesses or so many interests that you want to bump up to the other levels, do that later if you want to. Huge majority of people never ever go beyond the $87 a month. So that's what we do. That's the whole spiel, really, quite frankly. I'm going to tell you, I'm recording this. If you're listening to this after 2020 is over, once 2020 is indeed in hindsight, we do have a promotion that only goes through December 31st. So sorry, after December 31st, check in and see if there's a promotion. Right now there is one. It's fabulous. It's half price, and it's permanently half price. There are some caveats to it. So whoever invited you here, you want to talk to that person and make sure you understand, pros and cons of everything. But it's a fantastic offer. There's no contract with any of these, unlike some of these where I had to wait to get out of some contracts. That was a pain too. And so just, no contracts. And if indeed you end up sharing this with some other people, you can indeed earn enough that your program ends up being free, which mine has been since July. I was so excited about this. I started sharing it with other business owners. They started using it. Now I'm paid more by now.site than I spend on I'm up to the 2nd level package, but I have multiple businesses. So I do spend the $167. The extra ads, remember we talked about the $150 for Facebook ads? $50 will get you 10,000 impressions on all those different websites instead of just Facebook. So, there's huge advantages, time and money savings with now.site. So that's my quick overview. Learning how to use it is amazingly simple, and I'm going to dive into that, but I'm going to stop the recording for right now, and then I'm going to take some questions and move forward from here. So let me just stop this video. Thanks for being here. By the way, I will post this video on my YouTube channel, and please subscribe, especially if you're watching on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe so that you get updated every time I do have a new recording here. My name is LeAnn Lyon with Joyminder Consulting. That's how you'll find me on YouTube, Joyminder Consulting. Thanks so much. I will be back on Tuesday, 2 o'clock Central Time. See you then.